7:29. We'll go ahead and start the regular Kennard board meeting for the month of September. We've already done the Pledge of Allegiance, so let's go ahead and do the roll call again. Clerk, if you don't mind.
Okay, Holly? Here. Jason?
Yep.
Steve?
Here.
Joel?
Here.
Clerk's office is present.
Okay. You guys had a chance to look at the agenda. Do I hear a motion to approve the agenda as presented? I'm sorry, what did you say?
So I'm missing a page, am I not?
I don't know. No, there's 3, I think. 4? Do you have 4?
I've heard two going off of right now.
Yeah.
I think some things were removed, so some of the continue and stuff will be off on the page because deletions were made.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Where is this?
Like this here? Is that what you're thinking? It's, no. How many pages do you have, Holly? 4 pages?
This is the agenda.
Right, right. Yeah, we don't have the minutes. We haven't gotten there yet anyway, but I don't believe we have them.
All right.
We don't.
Okay.
I have,
I'll go do it first.
I do have the fire department's calls written down.
Okay.
So.
Jan, please stay and take notes.
Okay.
Okay. Do I hear a motion? to approve it? I'll make a motion. Go ahead and approve the agenda as presented. Do I hear a second? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, public comments. The public may now speak from the podium. We prefer that you give your name, street address, but it's not required. And you're limited to 3 minutes. Is there anybody that would like to listen? Okay. We don't have meeting minutes available. So we can't vote on that. Okay. Officer reports. Clerk, payroll information, salary ordinance.
Yeah, the main thing about that is we cannot start that in January because it's not budgeted until then.
Same money.
I'm sorry.
What can we budget, what can we do?
Because it's not
The
budgeted.
ADP? We didn't budget extra in the budget for additional
It is
charges?
for 26, but not 25.
I thought we had like 4 months free.
Huh?
I thought we had 4 months free.
I thought it was 3.
I don't know. It's fine.
Okay. We did something with the salary ordinance as of, did we not?
We tried to move everybody to once a month, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead. Clerk, is there anything else?
No.
Okay. Police department, 13 calls for the month with 9 traffic stops that resulted in 8 warnings. The chief held a firearms class. 3 departments participated in the training. Chief, is there anything else? No? Okay. Fire department. Holly, do you have the numbers?
Yeah, the fire department had 8 calls. That was 5 medical calls, 2 fire calls, 1 fire alarm.
Could you go a little slower, please?
8 calls,
5 medical.
5 medical, 2 fires, 1 fire alarm, and 2 of those calls were disregarded.
center?
There were a few of them were from the senior center.
Okay. Okay. Wastewater department, I did not get a hold of the plant manager today. I did speak with him last week. Everything seems to be fine. We had a continuance of a surprise inspection. I don't know how that works, but that's what happened. They came out and looked through some manholes, went out and looked at the lift station. Everything seems to be in working order at this point. They don't have any issues, so we're good to go as far as that goes. Board president, we need to discuss the resolution of the Henry County Board of Commissioners adopting the Henry County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan. Jason, you've looked at that, I believe, a little more than I have. Can you explain that?
Yeah, we have to agree to become part of the Henry County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan so that if they receive grant money or federal funding, we can take part in that if we want to recover from a disaster of some sort. So, is that about it?
Yeah, I think all the towns
Yeah,
are being
it was
asked to adopt.
in the Henry County, yeah.
Okay. Okay, and is that the number, Jason? Resolution number?
So, we can do that one, so we'll make this.
Okay. All right, well,
Wasn't that part of the reason why we joined the,
that was one of the reasons, yes.
why we joined the county?
Planning and zoning, yeah. Yeah.
Right, so what's
Yeah.
the difference between the two?
I think this might have something to do with the flood thing that we saw about a year ago. Remember the flood thing that we could take part in if we wanted to?
Yeah, I think the county thing allows you, because a lot of the FEMA funding, you have to have homes that are rebuilt to a certain standard. And when you didn't have zoning and planning, people could, in theory, come in and build a house that meet current building codes in town. There'd be really nothing stopping them. This is, I think, is more of a plan as to what happens if there is a hazard or disaster. So I think this deals more with like what EMS does, what fire departments do.
Do I hear a motion to adopt resolution 09-10-2025-01?
I'll make a motion to adopt.
All those in favor? Motion carries 3-0. Okay, the update on the wastewater plants land agreement. So here's where we're at with this. I believe we have all of our ducks in the right pond, if you will. They're just not in a row yet. We're working on getting that taken care of. We do have the legal description. We have a survey done. We have a price for that. Joel, there's no issue with me saying the number out loud at this
Oh,
point.
no,
At
and
this
actually, I
point.
think probably it would
Okay.
be appropriate for the board
Okay.
to authorize the sale subject to a
Okay.
final agreement being signed.
Okay, so the price that was given us from Mr. Freeman was, let me get this right. It was under $6,000, but I will give you the exact number. It was $5,950 to purchase that property that was in the survey to get us a lane back to the lift station. And then he also asked that any of the dirt that we moved to put the drive in then gets put out to the north of the lift station. That will help even things out and make it a little more plannable for the farmer in the future. So yeah, 5,950. So I will make a motion to go ahead and accept that number and the sale, pending a final agreement.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Okay. So we may need a special meeting. When I spoke with the, Mr. Freeman, he'd like to get this done before he starts bringing in the, his crops. I think just because of time's sake, he won't have a whole lot of time. And that's getting ready to happen pretty quick, so, but, you know, if it comes up that there's a special meeting or whatnot, I'll get with everybody and we can try to work that out, so.
And you guys have to approve the agreement in the meeting, but, I mean, you can bring it out to him on his tractor and he can sign it. He doesn't need to be at the same spot where you are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he'd need to physically be present at any closing where he's signing the deed, as far as the agreement.
Okay, and that is something that would have to happen though,
Yeah,
the
there'd have
deed
to
would
be
need to be signed and that, okay.
That's something.
Okay, is that something that you can set up and once we
sure.
get
Yep.
that ball rolling? Okay, okay, perfect. Okay, Dave Keyser, road project inventory, I haven't spoke with Dave this week, I believe it was the end of last week. He is working on the, road inventory, and getting all that stuff squared away. He is planning to come to a meeting to start working on the community crossing grant for next year. So
Is that a special meeting?
I don't think it is in the beginning, but I think it becomes a special meeting once we get the ball rolling. So like I said, he's planning to come to a meeting. I kind of expected him this time, but kind of surprised he's not here, but that's okay. I don't think it's gonna cause us an issue, so. All right, discussion of the data center, and whether or not Kennard should invoke the 2-mile fringe protection, policy resolution creation. Is there anybody that would like to give their thoughts about the data center that's proposed, there on 109 and 70?
I'm not sure that there's been anybody that I've talked to that likes it or wants it. And when you look online at what happens with data centers and the areas around it, I don't know why they're trying to do the old windmill trick with us again.
Now, I think the General Assembly took away the ability to regulate property outside your town limits.
Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can at least put on a record what
What your
we
feelings
think.
are about it, yeah.
Cause we can contact the commissioners have to vote on that, correct? Or is
Depending on
it all
how-
just planning and zoning at this point?
It depends on what they actually ask for.
Okay,
If it's a rezoning, the commissioners would end up having to vote on it. And I think the area where they're talking about going is not zoned for that type of use. So I think it would ultimately be the commissioners, but it hadn't gotten that far.
is there is,
As far as I know, there's been no applications or anything like that that have been filed
through planning and zoning?
through planning and zoning.
Okay.
I think it's just in the
Is there,
feeler stage, so to speak.
one of the commissioners is on the, planning and zoning board, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. Public, do you have any thoughts on the data center? Okay, I have a thought. I'm gonna keep it to myself today. Seeing as how, I mean, we really don't have a whole lot of power as far as that goes, but, I think we can. If you're opposed, I think it's a good idea as the public and, you know, or for or against, to let your county commissioners know, the county council and the planning and zoning board, let them know what you think. I know it's a hot button issue, so I would understand why people wouldn't wanna put their opinion out in public, so. All right, moving forward, Holly Lee, do you have any items for discussion?
I have found a possible engineer to review to kind of look at it.
Okay. Is there anything that you might need from us as far as,
Thoughts.
Thoughts, that kind of thing?
What we would like to see out there, so then we can kind of like make up a placement. If the fire department is built out there, you know, what portion of that land do we need to exclude from this park
Okay.
plan?
okay,
And then,
roads that might need to be in there for the fire department? Is there anything like that?
huh?
Roads, are there any roads that would be needed to be put across the land because of?
Not the, I mean, just at the very front, but I don't think anything else should be. And then the fire department's gun raffle, is October 25th. Tickets are still on sale, and as far as I know, we have 220 tickets to sell, and we've only sold 15.
oh, okay. How much are the tickets?
They're $50 a ticket. You get, that ticket goes into a drawing for 6 different guns. If you're drawn for one gun, it goes back in. And then after that, they open it up to, I don't know, it's like a mini sell thing where they sell $20 tickets. A ticket's drawn, and then the winner gets to go pick out a gun from 200 guns.
Okay,
It's the first one I've ever dealt with, so I'm really bad at explaining it. But if you know
It's-
anybody that is interested in guns, this is our only fundraiser for the fire department this year. The car show's not happening, so we're really
and this is
needing
to,
push it.
to raise money for the fire department,
Yeah.
for equipment and possibly, what,
Equipment, possibly a building.
possibly a new fire station type thing?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right, is there anything else?
The soccer goals at the park.
Yes?
Are we gonna try to fix those?
I think they're beyond repair at this
Or
point.
do we just try to cut them up and just?
Recycle them. Yeah, I think they have reached the recycle stage, unfortunately. You know, I think they did last several years, but,
There is plenty of money to buy more if you want to.
so initially I think they were using it quite a bit until things started getting broken and then they kind of quit. I do see them using the batting cage,
Yeah.
fairly often. I see somebody in there at least once a week, some of which is actually, you know, organized. Like some of these Little League teams can't get time on the field, so they're actually coming out here and using it to do batting practice instead of being on a diamond. So it's actually doing its job. Okay, Holly, is there anything else? Okay. Jason Gross, National Opioid Letter has been signed for Kennard.
Yeah, so we got that taken care of last month. Wanted to know the board's thoughts on going through a couple of our older ordinances, some of the ones we use quite often. Some of, I think 92, 95, one of these two that I have listed here. It's been a long time since they've been looked at. I didn't know if the board would want to go through them and update them. Maybe, you know, put some things together and talk about it next month or the month after. Those are kind of the top two I think we use the most.
Right?
Then the next thing is, Joel, were you able to look into either one of those?
I actually did not have a chance to do it today, but I'll
Okay.
double check on that.
I think it might be possible, since we don't have a newspaper in town, that if we post in 3 different locations, that, you know, we wouldn't have to pay the $60 or $80 publishing fee. So if that is, if the code,
Okay.
if that's correct, then we can maybe save some money. And if so, then we would maybe want to pick a 3rd location. So we'd have the post office, the board outside, and maybe at the park. And so we'd need like a waterproof bulletin board to be able to put on the side of the shed or something.
Okay.
I have
But
a question about
Yes.
that. When you say small parks, you mean across the street here? Or
I meant down there, really.
Do you think, I was wondering about vandalism.
We've got a I think we'd put it right under the camera.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yep, yep, and it is still working,
Yep.
so, yep.
But that's if that rule is okay for us to do. Because it would say, what is our fee when we publish? It's like 60?
Well, the courier's less, it's in that ballpark,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think a couple of times it would pay for the bulletin board and then
Yeah.
we'd be
Well, what I was
saving,
gonna
so,
say was this parking across the street,
yeah.
is in this camera and then,
Mhm. The only thing, the reason I didn't suggest that, and which is fine, we would want to get permission, of course, to put it on the building there, right? Which I'm sure would be fine, but I was just thinking that the other one would just work, yeah, so.
Okay.
So we'll figure that out. That's all I think I have.
Okay. As far as the ordinances and going through them and revamping them, I think we definitely need to do that. I'm hoping that there is some ways that we can streamline these ordinance issues. I think we found in the past that they tend to drag on, and that's nobody's fault necessarily. You know, when it gets to a court situation, it tends to drag on a little longer than it should. That's, you know, not the attorney's fault or anything like that. It's just kind of the way things seem to work. I'm hoping that maybe, you know, through fines and different things, that we can encourage people to just go ahead and get things taken care of versus want to drag us into court over it. That's my hopes. That's something I think we're going to try to work on. We're in the process of kind of redoing how we initiate the ordinance violations and that kind of thing that I hope will help speed that up too. So I think it is a good idea that we go through and look at them and see you know, where maybe we can speed things up a little bit. So, okay, old business. Large pothole at Rosewood and Railroad. So that road that's Rosewood? I had that question earlier, but anyway, I have not spoke with our pothole guy yet. He's been extremely busy and he hasn't had a chance to get over here and look at anything either. So that's just kind of where we're at. I know South Main Street is getting ready to get worse, just from the once they start bringing in the crops and things, and we've got semis going up and down that road, it's going to get worse. So I don't know that we do a whole heck of a lot with that right this moment, but I think before winter hits, I think we need to deal with that and Rosewood and Railroad, because that tears up plow equipment. So front door slammed shut, ADA accessibility rails are rusting at the town hall. Of course, that wasn't fixed. A painter has been contacted. It is not necessarily ready to be dealt with as far as the rail goes, but a painter has been contacted, so,
and it's in the next year's budget, not this year.
oh, and there's, okay, and it'll have to come out of next year's budget? Okay, so that won't be, so that won't be fixed probably until spring.
And there's also trim and stuff, so.
Trim, oh, around the window in your office, I see.
They need to be nailed
Okay.
also, so.
Ordinance violations. Plum and Main Street, that one actually got mowed just shortly after the meeting, without saying anything. North Main Street, I believe that to be,
It's like 209 or something.
something like that.
I saw
I've got it written down, but that one has not been,
They have not come back.
Well, they did a little bitty bit, and the weeds are really big around, it's not a weed whacker thing. And you can't do a bush hog because they've got decorative stuff all over the yard. And, but they said they were gonna get it done over Labor Day weekend, that's what they told me. And so,
Okay.
there's that. They didn't.
I am going to have the current ordinance officer to deliver a letter there at that place, letting them know that they need to get it cut. And if it's not cut, we will be sending someone to get it cut. There was also an issue next to 207 South Main Street. That had gotten addressed without having to contact anyone. I believe there's also an issue at the end of, an ongoing issue, I guess, at the end of South Main Street. I don't know the address at this point. But we are going to send a letter to the renters, I believe is who it is. They're gonna get a letter. There's a property management company involved. They're gonna get a letter. And the actual owner of the property is going to get a letter. And in all of those letters, they need to get the weeds and things cut down in the backyard and the brush and things cleared away immediately, and they're not to burn it. I've got a feeling that there's this possibility that they think that's what they're gonna do. I'm just making assumptions because I don't know that to be true, but it will be in the letter that they're not to burn any of that stuff, that it has to go.
Including that wood pile.
Everything, they're not to burn anything, yep, they're not to burn anything.
Who's gonna send the letter?
That is going to come from the ordinance office at this point, which is the police department. I believe they're going to start doing the letter and the ordinance stuff. Then when certified letters are being sent, they're going to take our generic form letter, get it going after they've spoke with the board, get the letters written, one delivered to the property, and then if there's other owners or property companies, then they will be given a certified letter that will be sent out from the town, but the letter and everything will be written and handled through the police department versus the clerk's office. There's no issue with that, is there?
No.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna try to handle this through the police department, and make them the bad guy, so, okay, camper letter issue, an ordinance a copy of the ordinance was delivered to the camper, I believe, just shortly after last month's meeting. There was a letter, I believe hand-delivered, correct? Hand-delivered to the person living in the camper as of yesterday. They have been made aware that that can no longer go on. So, and I don't remember what the actual amount of days they have to correct the situation, but my plan going forward with the camper issue is that once they have reached those days, the fines will then start after that, and by next month, I think we will be in a position that if it's not corrected, that we will be asking to set a court date, I believe, so.
I have a question about that. I assume I would be putting liens on if they don't pay the fines. And, let's say this went on for a protracted period of time. Would I send a lien a week or?
I don't believe those fines can be attached as
I
liens.
think they'd have to be, no, I don't think just fines. I mean, you can lien work you've done, such as mowing and for services, but just violations you can't lien.
Yeah,
What
so.
do you do if they don't pay?
court.
Civil judgment.
Yeah,
So
which
the
means
clerk's
we can
office will-
go in and clean it up
Yeah,
at our own expense and then put a lien against the property
yeah.
with hopes that we will get it back at some point.
So the courts
And that
wouldn't
seems to be,
involved at all in this, it sounds like.
I don't think, not in the initial process, no, no.
I suppose only if somebody got a notice of a fine and then said, I want to pay it before I go to court. They could come down here and pay the fine.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right, update on the metal junk consuming the East Madison property and the court-ordered cleanup. So there is a tentative plan put in place to deal with that. I'm not going to discuss the tentative plan in public at this point. But what I will say is, my understanding is that property was sold in a tax sale, and their last day is September 19th to redeem that property in the tax sale.
And there's a lien put on that property for the sewer up until through September.
Okay.
September of '24.
Yeah, no,
This
September now, you got 25.
Okay. Would they, whoever bought that in the tax sale, would they be forced to then pay the liens that accrued during their,
During the period.
during that 1 year
It
period?
might be.
They might be?
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of the risks you take when you buy tax sale properties.
I see. What steps might we need to take to make sure that that gets, dealt with? Like we can recoup our money
What were you talking about with
with the sewer lien?
the sewer lien?
Yeah.
Typically, those get paid either the people when they're selling the property or if they want to go get a mortgage for it.
Okay,
A lot of people that buy these at tax sales have an eye toward either flipping them or using them as rentals.
right,
If somebody intends to flip it, they're obviously gonna wanna sell it within some period of time after they get it cleaned up. And at that point, in order to deliver clear title, you have to
I
pay
see.
the liens.
I see.
See,
So it would come,
yeah.
that lien would then be put on, the taxes as far as the new owner.
Correct, yeah.
Will
I mean,
go,
it
okay,
would get
okay.
paid one way or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, town credit card ordinance, that has not been looked at yet. So I'm gonna go ahead, and do you guys have any issues tabling that till next month so we can take a better look at that? Okay, well, let's go ahead and table that till next month then. Okay, I did, what battery?
Battery backup.
It's in my office, it's been purchased.
Oh, yeah, battery backup. It's been purchased and it's in Jan's office.
Yeah.
Okay, get a quote on ordering light diffusers to the town hall fluorescent lights. What is that?
The idea was to put diffusers on these lights so it's not harsh and we can actually have them all turned on at one time.
Oh,
But I will have to find a price and then we
Okay.
won't be able to buy them. So.
okay, let's, okay, if you would, go ahead and try to get us a price on that. Any announcements other than the gun raffle, October 26th, right? 25th.
Have we looked at giving out, like,
I
holidays
was,
are coming up and,
I was gonna buy them tomorrow.
okay.
Unless somebody doesn't want to buy them, we put them down in there.
Right, I just wanna make sure that we have time before it gets super cold to get them up.
So,
And we can make, on October 31st, they can turn them orange or
for Halloween,
whatever.
yeah.
If we can get
That's
them.
what
Do we need to know how many feet we need? We still do, don't we?
they, sell on 150 foot. I don't think we need 300, do we?
I don't know. I'll get that measured tomorrow and I'll get with whoever needs to know.
Text it to me and I'll,
Okay.
And I personally think the front and maybe the south side is fine to do and not
Okay.
really the north and
Yeah, I think so too, because
these two.
I hate to put all that light on the people
Yeah.
next door. Okay. Is there anything else from anyone? Okay. All right, well, now's the time that we pay the bills. You're more than welcome to stick around and watch us pay the bills. If not, we will see you at the budget meeting next week, or next month, and the regular town meeting in October?
Second Wednesday.
The second Wednesday of next month. So. Oh, and I forgot to say, everybody on YouTube, you get to stay and watch us pay the bills.
bye, take care.
I told Dad you asked about
Oh, good. Is he doing better?
He is, he starts pulmonary rehab in a week or so.
Good. Is he still in the hospital?
No,
Take care.
you too.
See you guys.
See you, Joel.
Because I felt.
I'll shoot you over a copy of the
Oh, this
agreement
is
when I have it
good.
done for you to take a look
But
at.
I heard you say
Okay,
you have
perfect.
some.
Yep,
Okay.
that
All right.
works?
Yes, sir.
Outside of
All right,
this
let me know if you need
situation.
All right, I will do that. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
We talking,
yeah, it's fine. I'm
Hey,
fine.
Joel, I'll see you.
are you sure when you say that you
I
don't look
just wanna
fine?
go- I just wanna go.
Okay, so.
I don't know what happened to the YouTube. It had a thing pop up that said something about the internet speed. So,
The internet, my remote thing has been acting bizarre for about a week. So I don't know if this is part of that.
I mean, for it to have dropped that signal like that and it being plugged in.
I've had a lot
Matter
of
of fact,
drops.
I don't think it has. Is that a red?
That a red what?
Oh no, okay. It's a reboot. This thing here down in the corner.
Oh,
I thought it was. If this one has it, then that means it lost connection.
Do you think that was the issue with the sound?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I kind of. Here, let's see. We can go look to see if it recorded us.
I mean, it's gonna mess it up for all my fans on YouTube, just so you know.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware.
you get a fan club here.
Yep, I have one. Don't laugh, how many you got? Oh, we're still recording, aren't we?
Yeah.
Ah,
This one. Let's see.
Holly, so do you want to go with the engineer, or do you want me to still call Ball
I
State?
want this one to
It
be
doesn't
able
look
to
like it
look at
recorded
it,
anything, Steve.
I'm sorry,
That's-
what?
It doesn't
Because
look like
it's
it
not
recorded
gonna
anything.
be a whole
Okay.
lot,
Uh-huh.
being a college student.
That's what I figured.
Trying to get his feet in the door.
Been
but-
trying to get something on his, I would think his resume and
Right.
stuff too.
But right now, he's in football season.
Yeah.
And, he
Well, we
graduated-
have to pay everything by the middle of the 26th, right, isn't it, on ARPA? Have it all
Isn't it
done?
like December?
Oh, I thought
Isn't
it was
like-
July.
Did we approve
but-
July's
July,
the meeting, the minutes, or with the bills?
Not yet.
we didn't have
Oh,
July
yeah,
either.
July's,
Yeah,
no, you
yeah.
did,
Did we miss the one before?
I don't know.
no.
Testing,
think so.
testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. We'll just see if this records sound.
Okay,
Because I didn't do anything different.
Right.
We have our little one light down here. It's moving like it's hearing me.
what does that one light down there mean? Should that be full?
Normally, I think that thing should be moving up and down, but I've seen with this system that it doesn't do that, so.
You want me to talk louder?
If you go back over to that little owl thing,
This one here?
where you had the little light,
Yeah, it'll come up here in a second, after it finds it. Yeah,
what does that do?
the volume for like, if someone was speaking to us.
Okay, so it's all there.
Yeah, and now this here, to me, see that green one away down there?
Let's see, that's.
Yeah, and see there's no more green.
And it muted the owl too.
And so when I undo it and that green comes back, to me, that tells me that it's fine. I don't have any idea what this guy here is, and it doesn't let me click on it, so, I don't think it's a real thing.
A glitch in YouTube.
But we'll see if this record did, sound, I guess, but there's nothing, we didn't do anything wrong, it just didn't work.
Okay.
Well, that kind of thing is what's been happening with my room mode. It'll just go away for a
Blink
while.
out.
Uh-huh.
I
Then
mean,
it comes back though.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be 9-star, like just.
That's what I was
glitch it
wondering.
out on us, and
After we switch the system.
after we signed up for them and added
Yes.
more money to them.
Oh, it's so good, thanks. And did you have the sign?
Oh, good.
Oh, I have. Well, you didn't vote on the minutes. I don't have to, since and that's one thing I didn't get.
Then we don't have to what?
You didn't
Oh.
vote on the minutes. I
Right.
won't have signed minutes. I'll just have this for today and
Oh, right.
in the bills. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you needed to sign that. That's why
oh,
yeah, because that
Okay.
needs to be sent. That needs to be sent to someone, and I don't know if Jason doesn't need that, so that he can send that too.
Testing 1, 2, 3. It just didn't work for us.
may go to the planning.
So
Yeah.
Steve, you did everything right. It just didn't work. So
And YouTube went out at, you did want to put it in the
oh yeah, what?
records. I wrote it somewhere,
I didn't think to write that down.
7/27 is when the
You,
YouTube went off.
YouTube went off at
7/27.
7/27. Okay, Jason, is that something that you need to get turned back into?
I'll take a picture and send it to him. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, and then that will stay as our copy.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to look at the bills, Jason, or did you just?
Oh, no, grab him. Yep.
I need to get up anyway.
Then I have, after you do that, I have one issue to tell you guys about, just so it's reported to document.
You can go ahead, Jan. I'll look at this in the back.
In the July bank statement, all of the tax monies from the county and the state are electronic transfers into our bank account. And usually, it will say from the Henry County, in which office, most often auditor, and then the state says payables by the state of Indiana. And for the county ones that have individual funds, it'll say like Henry County Auditor, and then there'll be C lit L, which is COIT, LOIT, which is lit,
Okay.
on the line, and then the amount. For another county one is Henry County Auditor's Office, WS, which stands for Will and Surtax. Now, the state one doesn't have that abbreviation of the funds because they send a receipt through the mail and it's a multiple. The amount includes several funds, like 4 funds. But it always says payable to Indiana. In July, in the bank statement, I had 2 deposits that just said TRES, T-R-E-S, like the abbreviation of Treasury.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. It didn't say Henry County, it didn't say state. And what it said next to it was miscellaneous pay, which I, in 7 years, have never seen. And the state sends a letter that is the receipt, for their usual things. And the county emails me the receipts for their taxes. I've received no email, no letter, and I have no idea what that money's for, because there is no such thing as miscellaneous pay. That's not a fund.
Right.
So I called the county, the treasurer and the auditor, both offices looked. They did not send an electronic payment to us of that amount, so it's from the state. So I called the treasurer's office and state board of accounts and all these people, and you can't get a person. And you can't get a person's list anymore to get an extension. So I left a voicemail at this number they have that is for like the whole building, I guess. And I emailed them also twice. And
Okay.
I documented both of those things, documented when I spoke to the county. And so what I've decided, I couldn't reconcile July, therefore I couldn't reconcile August till I resolved this. And I've spent about a week calling all over places. So I finally, what I decided to do was in general fund, there is a line item that's called miscellaneous revenues. I parked it in there.
Okay.
And I have documented it, every phone call, you know, all that. I'm putting a copy of that page of the bank statement in, highlighted and stuff. And I have documented when I called and when I emailed the state. And I don't know if we'll ever know what it is. I suspect, because it came on, the two payments came on July 2nd, and they add up to roughly $600. You know, there's
Right.
like $200-300 something payments.
Okay.
At the end of a settlement period, like in June and December, so they estimate the taxes they're gonna pay us before the people would pay taxes. So every once in a while, but not every time, every, you know, half year, I'll get a payment that'll say miscellaneous, and then it says the name of the fund, miscellaneous local roads and streets. And I'll get a receipt for it because it's more people paid the taxes than they thought. So they
Right.
sent us the rest. And I think because it was July 2nd, it probably is something like that, but I have no idea which fund. And I think it was probably maybe a new person. They've gotten rid of so many people at that treasury office and state auditor's office that either people are overwhelmed or there's a new person that didn't use the software correctly.
Okay.
And they use Keystone also, so I suspect that their software is set up to send out those letters. And I think that's why I didn't get anything. But I
Okay.
wanted to report it to you guys so I can document that I reported it to you guys for any future audit.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody have any issues, questions about this month's?
Did you
Okay.
have a question on the bill?
Yeah,
Which one?
I don't know. I wrote it on here.
Public safety?
Oh, why was that paid out of public safety, the Robinson bill, instead of the wireless?
That's the radios.
Okay. All right. I will make a motion to go ahead and approve this month's bills. Do I hear a second?
I'll second. Oh,
Good.
the aye.
That's an example.
All those in favor?
Oh, sorry.
Aye.
Aye.
That
Okay.
very thing is an example of what this year I was able to do more in the budget. I made a separate slot for those radios.
Okay. And I will make a motion to go ahead and adjourn September 10th meeting at 8:19. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.